And we are back.
Oh, yeah.
We're back. And we're going to break down this UFC Stockholm card, Gustafsson versus Smith, which should be a lot of fun.
I hope it is.
It's not a lot of names, but I feel like some of these matchups are pretty competitive, though. Like Tanya Evinger, Alina Landsberg, I'm here for that shit.
Yeah, it's not bad. There's a couple names on here.
Fishgold, Makwan, Amirkhani is fun.
Yeah, these guys don't like each other.
Some of these are dudes I have no idea who the fuck they are, and I didn't do enough tape study since we're taping early this week, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this going.
Yeah, kick it off.
Our first fight of the night, if I can read this right, is a light because I'm on my phone again. Is a lightweight bout between Italian fighter Danilo Belluardo going up against Spanish fighter Joel Alvarez. We'll go ahead. The Spanish fighter has a record of 15 wins, 2 losses.
Probably Yoel.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably Yoel for sure. Definitely not Hoel, unless he likes being a Hoel. Yeah, so he did have a UFC appearance. This is his second appearance. Last time we saw Mr. Alvarez here was this past February, where he lost a decision fight to Damir Ismagulov. His opponent, the Italian fighter, Belluardo, who's also known as the Caterpillar. So I hope he's good at I hope he's good at jiu-jitsu or some shit, or it could be squirrely on the ground.
It's a much better nickname than El Fenomeno.
Or whatever it was. Yeah, I can't remember what that said. So this is Belluardo's UFC debut. He's known for the Italian promotion Venator. He's definitely got some submissions in here. I don't really know how to really predict this, to be honest, except I guess I want to go with the guy who has the UFC fight, but even then, it could be anyone's fight.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy the Spanish guy has a fuckload of choke victories, a lot of guillotines and triangles and darce, so he's clearly submission first. Has a long, lanky frame.
A lot of guillotines.
Oh shit! Yeah, I think I'm going with him. Yeah, I think I gotta go with him.
Man, so Alvarez looks not great against Damir Hadzovic. I'm sorry, Damir is Miguel.
Oh, okay.
Mixing Demir's up. Demir's Miguel, he got lit up on the feet for a lot of that fight and was pretty inactive. But Danilo won his last fight in Venator by constantly taking a dude down and just basically wrestle fucking him. However, he got caught in like 6 guillotines that he was somehow managed to escape. So this now makes this way crazier to pick.
Okay, that's
I didn't realize how many guillotines Joel has, or Joel. I don't fucking know. Some pronunciation. I don't know how many guillotines Alvarez has.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know.
I'm going with him just because he has a fuckload of choke victories. So I mean, that's just keeping it easier for me. Probably like second or some shit.
It's not bad. I think I'm gonna take Danilo via decision because he was very good at getting out of what looked like some pretty deep guillotines. However, the dude who was catching him in guillotines was also like just going for them in very panicky ways and wasn't really securing him clean. Although the one from Matt was pretty fucking clean and he still rolled through and got out of that. But yeah, I'm going to take Danilo by decision. But if he gets guillotined going for a takedown in the first round, I would not be surprised.
Okay.
Do we have odds on that?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Let me look that up right now.
Shouts out to bestfightodds.com, the best website for odds.
Shouts out.
We're not sponsored by them. That's all I use.
So unofficially brought to you by our boys at BetDSI. The odds right now are dead even at a -106 for both fighters.
Yeah.
So flip a coin.
It's a real coin flip. Yeah.
This next fight, however, I'm very confident in my pick right off the bat.
Really?
However, I'll say who's fighting first. Yeah. This is light heavy. Not very confident, but it's.
I was going to say.
We got American fighter Devin Bromberg-Clark, who's 9 wins, 3 losses, going up against Serbian fighter Darko Stosic. May or may not be related to Niko Bellic. This dude's got crazy baby eaters. I think this is the baby eater man from last time I saw him.
Yep.
He looks like he's on all the EPO, allegedly. Just kidding. I'm not alleging anything about this guy.
Any EPO. He looks like he's taking all of the other and more androgynous ones. Wait, androgynous.
Or as he might say, as he might ask, EPO stands for eat protein only, right?
Right. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Lift all the heavy shit is what it stands for.
So the reason why I'm leaning towards Darko is because Devin Clark just got done fighting someone else who has crazy knockout power and volume, in Alexander Rakic, who's also fighting tonight. Yep. And I saw Darko nearly kill a man in his last fight tomorrow morning. And I saw Darko nearly kill Jeremy Kimball.
True. He did fuck Jeremy Kimball up.
So I'm going with Darko. No disrespect to Devin Clark. It's lightweight. He might catch Darko. I don't know what his chin's like. Yeah. I think this fight ends in a knockout in the first round either way, probably, right? Yeah, I'm going Darko knockout first round. No disrespect to Clark. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. But we'll just have to see.
So I am going... Man, so Devin Clark looked pretty good in the fight against Rakic before he got smashed. And if you remember right, it was a very awkward, like, as Devin Clark was collapsing the distance, he got clipped behind the ear, clipped again, and then ground and pounded out. And it was a weird finish. He also dropped Rakic earlier in that round and was landing some good shots. I really am unsure of how I think this is going to go. I think I'm going to lean Devin Clark just off of experience alone. And the fact that he looked decent in the Rakic fight before the crazy finish. Although he was supposed to fight. Okay. So he was supposed to fight twice in April, but both dudes got sick that he was supposed to fight. Or one got sick, one had an injury. I'm taking Devin Clark. Here's the question. Do I take him by decision or by knockout? Probably by knockout. Because Darko likes to counterpunch. And I think Devin Clark definitely likes to bull rush a lot. So I think it's going to go probably knockout in the first or second either way. And I'm just leaning on Devin Clark's experience to get him through it. But he could definitely walk into something big.
It's not a bad thing to lean on. The odds of this are in favor of Devin Clark. He's at a -111 to a -102 of Darko. So it's the slight favorite there.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I'm going Clark KO second, but it's not. I'm not confident.
Brought to you by Singing in the Background. This next fight between Swedish women. This is a women's bantamweight bout. Or no, that says women's lightweight. Wait, what the fuck?
It says bantamweight on my side. You're on Tapology.
Okay.
Entered wrong.
Okay, yeah, it says bantamweight. Sorry, the fighter is listed. B. Malecki, the Swedish fighter, she's listed as a lightweight in the female rankings, and her opponent's listed at featherweight.
Oh wait, maybe this is at 45.
This has to be at 45. If one's doing there's no way to go into bantamweight.
Wikipedia says it's 35, but Tapology says it's 45, so I'm not sure.
I don't know. This chick's fucking 5'11".
Wait, here, keep talking. I'll just look up the weigh-in results.
So the Swede is 5'11". She's going up against Brazilian fighter Duda Santana. Like her nickname, Cowboy Xenia. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good nickname.
Yeah, Santana's 1-0. Or no, Santana's 3-0, and Malecki, the Swede, is 1-0. So
this is at 135 confirmed.
Wow. Okay, so Malecki last fought July of 2018. So she's been losing weight or something, or adjusting her diet or her game plan, or I don't know. But she's going to 35 from 155, so that's interesting. And Santana's dropping down a weight class as well. I don't really know how to do this except just call the Brazilian, but the Brazilian has only 3 wins, and all those are in 2017. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with this fight, to be honest.
I don't understand why, other than the fact that they wanted to give B a fight. I don't understand why it's on the card. Like
I would say this.
Not even Invicta level competition.
Yeah, no, this is actually very, if I'm honest, it's very confusing why this fight's even on the card at all. If I'm going to choose someone, I'm going to go with the Swedish fighter because I don't think you'd put her up against someone who's 3-0, especially someone who only fought 2 years ago, 2 fucking years ago, hasn't had a fight in 2 years. You're in Sweden.
Oh, man,
I think the writing's on the wall. Yeah, I'm going with Malecki via decision. I honestly, I wish I had more to say about this, but there's just nothing for me to look at or to kind of grasp from.
This is, again, coin flip territory, especially since I did zero tape study. I bet if you looked at 3 seconds of footage of both these fighters, you could easily pick this. She a B by decision?
Yeah.
I'm going to take Santana just because she's Brazilian and she's fighting a Swede. So I'm guessing she has the ground advantage by a lot.
Makes sense.
So, and the odds this doesn't end up on the ground, being a 35 fight where both fighters are natural featherweights. I'm 100% going with for no real reason. Although now that I look at B. Malecki on her Tapology page, I understand why this fight is happening. She's not like amazing looking, but she's definitely marketable enough for the UFC.
Yeah, she's marketable for sure.
For sure. She's no Cindy Dandois, but then again, hopefully she's no Cindy Dandois.
Yeah. For those who might be curious about the odds, Malecki's a -115 to +102 favorite. This next fight is a men's
That's
fight.
Pretty goddamn close.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I should say a method. I'll go.
Oh yeah,
I guess I'm gonna go decision. I wouldn't be surprised with sub, but I'll go decision.
This next fight is a men's lightweight between German Nick Hein going up against I think he's from Guam, Frank Camacho, President Camacho, if you want to call him that. Frank the Crank, whatever you want to call him. Nick Hein, last time we saw him, well, he's on a 2-fight skid currently. To Davi Ramos. Okay, so he hasn't fought since July of last year. He had a canceled bout from earlier this June, or a canceled bout originally. Now it's tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? He had an opponent.
Oh, he was gonna fight Dan Tom's boy, Luigi Vendramini.
Yeah, like the most Italian sounding name possible.
That name. It's my favorite on this podcast.
And he lost a split decision to Damir Hadjitovic. No shame in that. That dude is an up and comer for sure. Frank Camacho, I know, likes to stand and bang. He's like a smaller Robbie Lawler in that with his style. Doesn't mind if he's backed up against the fence. He lost via head kick to a most definite up and comer. I think this guy's at welterweight, Jeff Neal. That guy looked fucking incredible in his last fight. I can't remember who he dismantled, but fuck that dude up. Jeff Neal, I think, is going to be legit in an already stacked 170 division. So these guys are coming both off 2 tough losses. I think this should be really competitive, and I don't really know who to edge on this one, to be honest. I might have to let you kind of give me some insight.
I mean, honestly, I'm taking Frank Camacho in this mostly just based on the fact that the level of competition he has faced in his last 4 fights is way higher than the last 4 fights of Nick Hein, and Nick Hein is definitely getting up there in age. I don't know how old he is. Let me see. Born in 84, so he's 35. Camacho is 30. Nick Hein seems like he's been slowing down pretty significantly in his last couple fights. So I'm going to lean Frank Camacho. I think that probably goes to decision either way, and Frank Camacho is a wild man, so it could go a lot of different ways, and it's going to be a slugfest for sure.
And I think I'm going to go Camacho just because he's a wild man, and I remember he has an insane chin. I can't remember who he fought. I think this dude kneed him like 3 consecutive times in the fucking face, and he like didn't even care. He just started smiling like Lawler style.
I mean, he definitely has that kind of way about him. That might have been the Drew Dober fight.
I think so.
I think so.
I'm gonna go Camacho via decision. I think this could be like one of those dark horse fight of the night things, where just 2 dudes just trade leather.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun as hell and super scrappy. But I'm gonna go Camacho as well.
Uh,
Plus, he's got a great cigar named after him. Actually, I don't know. I haven't had that many Camachos. A couple I've had have been all right. So this isn't.
I can't say I have. My brother probably has. So. Yeah.
There you go. Your brother got
The
into cigars lately?
unofficially, of course. I think he's got some new stuff. I can't remember what they're called though. I just look at them; they look fancy. I'm like, cool, man.
I picked up some Quorums recently, which are like $3 a piece, but they're very good for the price. Check out Quorum.
Yeah, those are always the best ones.
Yeah,
those are the best ones to get.
Yeah.
The odds unofficially brought to you by BetDSI. President Camacho is a -127 to a +105 over Nick Hine.
Yeah.
Moving forward or moving on, we have a.
There's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan is fighting another name I haven't heard in a while. I believe. No, Leonardo Santos. Oh, I'm thinking of Francisco Trinaldo. I don't know why the fuck I thought those.
Francisco Trinaldo just fought 2 weeks ago, didn't he?
I have no clue. Well, this guy's kind of older though too, like Trinaldo. This guy's 39, Santos, so this guy is up there in age. Interesting. Okay, we know Stevie Ray Vaughan though, Braveheart, little Scotsman. Last time he fought, he defeated Jason Iari. I don't know what that is. How to say his name. That's
right. He was supposed to fight Diego Ferreira. Is Trinaldo?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just went on a tangent. Anyway, keep going.
So yeah, Ray got back in the win column last October. I'm sure he's itching to put on a streak. Leonardo Santos has had a fuckload of canceled bouts. Oh my god, this guy hasn't even fought since 2016. I don't know if he had some issues with USADA or personal stuff or health. He's 39 years old. This guy hasn't fought in nearly 3.5 years. Yeah, the writing's on the wall to choose Stevie Ray here. However, like I've mentioned before in the past, I have picked against someone, a Brazilian, I forgot his name. He hadn't fought in 4 years, and he absolutely went out and fucking obliterated his opponent. So who knows? Sometimes, like you said, does ring rust exist? Some people think it does, some people don't. But I'm going with Stevie Ray. I can't trust someone who hasn't fought in nearly almost 4 years, and you're just constantly probably hurt, or you have some off behind the scenes issues or something that needed resolving. So I can't trust. And this guy's 39 years old.
Yeah, it was injuries for sure, is what it was.
Yeah. So no, I got to go Stevie Ray 100%. Yeah. I don't really have a method of victory like in mind because I don't really remember seeing Santos fights. It's been so long. So I'm going to go Ray by decision.
Considering he won his last 4 fights by decision, probably not a bad pick.
Yeah.
Boy, I don't know. The fact that Santos beat Kevin Lee is the thing that really is giving me pause.
Oh yeah,
he's a very young Kevin Lee. He also beat up Anthony Rocco Martin, aka Tony Martin, until his girlfriend got hold of his name. Shouts out to Kayla. Man, I don't know. I normally I've said on the show for 1 billion times, I almost always pick against the person with a long layoff. I think I gotta take him.
Fuck it.
Yeah, the fact that he's 39 does not make me feel better about it. But I just have a hard time not picking the dude whose last 3 wins are over. The Adriano Martins split decision is whatever. But wins over Kevin Lee and Rocco Martin are super solid. Plus a win over Efren Escudero and a decision Norman Park. A draw, rather, with Norman Park. I'm kind of talking myself out of this the more I talk about it. I should go with Stevie Ray. Yeah, you know what? I'm going with Stevie Ray. You talked me into it.
No.
Well, right. Also because his last 3 losses were Kajan Johnson, Paul Felder, and Alan Patrick. Which those are fucking 3 very good fighters, and they were all happened for Leonardo's last fight. Almost. Yeah, I can see but man, I he mad fucking trouble or Stevie.
So the odds on this fight, we have. Well, this is interesting. Santos is a minus 169 to a plus one.
I'm pretty sure. The problem is, I don't know if Stevie Ray can not get out grappled consistently in this fight, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. So this next fight is this at women's bantamweight or bantamweight? It looks like, I believe.
Definitely.
Yeah, we have Tanya Evinger, scrappy veteran, going up against fellow Swede, Lena Landsberg. Last time we saw Evinger, she got finished near the middle end of the first round via ground and pound to Aspen Ladd, who's been making a name for himself and climbing up the ranks.
That shit was very depressing for me. I like Tanya Evinger a whole lot, and that shit bummed
I like
me
her a
out.
lot too. She's funny.
She's hilarious. And she also is fucking has one of the best Instagram accounts where she's just either constantly hitting on her girlfriend or talking shit about her girlfriend. And it's very good.
Oh, as long as she makes you smile, that's just part of it. This is part of what makes you want to watch a fighter succeed, man. And we all have those fighters. Last time we saw Lena Landsberg, she lost to Yana Kunitskaya via decision. That was back in October. I don't really know what to expect from this fight. I kind of expect Evinger to just take her down and just kind of keep her on the ground and just grind it out. And I'm leaning towards that. I can't really recall if Landsberg has. No, I mean, she lost to Aspen Ladd too. They both lost to Cyborg. Cyborg near killed.
Yeah, the problem I have with leaning it all towards Landsberg in this fight is Landsberg lives and breathes off the clinch, and specifically elbows in the clinch. But if you're clinching up with Tanya Evinger and you're Swedish, you're gonna be on your ass. Like, that's just how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
Tanya Evinger's a very, very good wrestler.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Evinger via decision in this. Yeah,
me too. I would lean sub if I had any more confidence in Tanya Evinger. Tanya Evinger's been fighting since 2006. And she's been fighting people like fucking Karina Dom and Raquel Pennington since 2012 and 2013. Sarah McMahon and Alexis Davis in 2010. Yeah. Like, she's fighting Julie Kedzie in 2008, Gina Carano in 2007, Vanessa Porto in 2007. So she has literally fought just about everybody in the sport, and I'm a big Tanya Evinger fan, regardless. So I'm taking Tanya. I just think her wrestling is going to be trouble for Lena Landsberg, regardless. So
I agree. I'm going with the Evinger as well. The odds, for those curious, Evinger is a minus 303 to a plus 254 over Landsberg.
I fucks with that line. I think it might be a little wide, just based off of Tanya's last fight. I might be a little wide, but still, like, the wrestling threat is non-existent in this fight. So
this next fight, I wish I had something to really say about, except I honestly don't. It's a welterweight bout between Swedish fighter Rostam Akman, who's 6-0. This is his UFC debut. And he's going up against, I'm going to fucking butcher the hell of this Russian's name, Sergey Kondosko?
Yeah.
Kondosko?
You got it. Kondosko.
I like his nickname, Honda. That's pretty cool. He's record 26.
Oh, I didn't know he was a Howdy.
Yeah. Okay, this is his UFC debut. So both of these dudes UFC debut. I'm gonna go with the Russian, who's 26-5-1 over the 6-0 guy. And the fact that, well, I could be wrong. Maybe, the 6-0 guy fought six really fucking good fighters, but yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I'm going back and forth. Oh, never mind. I'm not anymore. So I was going back and forth because, well, yeah.
The fucking Swedish guy has a very impressive resume in the amateur ranks.
He does. The problem I have is he's Swedish and he's going against a Russian who's fucking 26-5.
That I
And
mean,
he's
yeah. I mean,
6 and
I'll
0.
say I'm still going with the Russian guy. I mean, I'm going based off with just what I.
Yeah, I'm going Russian guy via ground and pound.
Yeah, I'm just gonna parrot your fucking same sentiment there. I don't.
I guess I'll take second round, but I just have Swedish wrestling is not like it's. I'm not. It's of the better of the European wrestling circuits from what I've seen, and grappling as well. But
Yeah, shouts out to Latifi and Gustafsson.
Right, who are both very very good on the ground, very competent takedown defense, and even offensive wrestling. However, it doesn't give me any confidence in this fight. So yeah, I'm going Akman.
Yeah.
I'm going to say TKO second.
I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna say the same thing you did. TKO second. The odds: the Russian guy Kondasko Honda -147 to a +130 over Akman. This next fight, again, we discussed this. Just
Akman's an underdog.
Yeah,
weird.
-147.
What happens when I don't do tape study for dudes I don't know? This could be anything.
Yeah. So now we have Daniel Tamer, David Tamer's older brother. Yeah, he's Swedish. Kid Dynamite has good Muay Thai in the clinch. Going up against Korean fighter. I'm going to say your name wrong. Sunbin Jo, the Korean Falcon, 9-0. This is the Korean fighter's UFC debut. Daniel Tamer has had 3 UFC fights. He's lost all 3. He went to decision and lost against Danny Henry. Got rear naked choked by Julio Arce and got rear naked choked by English fighter Chris Fishgold. The Korean Falcon guy looks like he has 2 rear naked chokes on his resume. He has an armbar. He has a triangle. He has knees and punches. So it looks like he's not afraid to be in a clinch. That's going to be where Tamer wants his fight to stay at all times. He's probably going to throw some fucking banging short-handed shots. It says his reach is 69, and I still refuse to believe that based just on his picture. I'm sorry, Daniel. But I could be wrong. He probably just has super fucking wide arms. I don't know. Like this. You know what I mean, though? Just like looking at it. So maybe the hand. Oh, you know what? He is wearing boxing gloves, so that doesn't help. Who gives a shit? But either way, fuck. It's either they're setting up Tamer to win because it's in Sweden. He's Swedish. They're bringing in a new younger, but I don't think so in this case. Not when the Korean guy's holding 2 fucking belts. No, 3 belts in his picture. That has to mean something. Especially when this guy already has a shitload of submission victories and he has a Muay Thai victory, or at least in the clinch with a knee knockout. I'm going the Korean guy, Korean Falcon, 100%.
Yeah,
I think he'll win via submission. I think it's gonna be in the second round because usually it's hard to pull off submissions in the third round unless he gasses out Tamer and just brings him to grounded, makes him go night night. I don't know, no.
Yeah. No, I'm leaning very similar. Also, shouts out to Seamus, who's walking by me, as I'm sure you can hear. Shouts out to Dogs on Hardwood. Also, check out my Instagram page, Dogs on Hardwood. It's not what you think.
I was going to say that sounds like that'd be a page.
Yeah, it also sounds like it would be a page that would get shut down for being inappropriate.
Yeah.
Depending on how you capitalize that sentence. All right. Yeah, no, I got Sunbin Joe. Mostly, Jesus, dude, you're just gonna keep walking around. All right, cool. Yeah, I got Sunbin Joe just because I don't have faith in Daniel Tamer, and Sunbin Joe's been going in and finishing everybody. I'm gonna go sub. God, I guess I'm going sub second. I would not be surprised if he finished him on the feet, but I'll go sub second.
Accidentally, of course, got rid of best fight odds. Let me pull that up again.
Yeah. We should mention these fights are in the morning. They're like
10 a.m.
Yeah.
10 a.m. Based on how tonight goes for me, 10 a.m. is not too early. I should be able to catch it. We'll see.
10 a.m. I think is the main card Pacific.
Oh, excuse me. No disrespect then to the prelims. Well, just have to.
That's right. Well, we're catching catch back up.
Yeah. ESPN Plus. Yeah, I'll catch up. Okay, what are the odds on here? Minus 141 favor for the Korean Falcon over plus 125 of Daniel Tamor. This next fight is kind of interesting. Right, it's interesting. We got this Greek guy, or at least his name is Greek as fuck. Christos Giagos, the Spartan. He's an American from California. He's a Greek American. Let's say it as it is. Going up against the Bosnian fighter, Damir Hadžević, who I'm pretty sure this guy has some good hype on him.
He's also the second Damir on this card, that's crazy.
Yep. So Hadžević, his last two fights have been wins against Nick Hein, which he won via split decision, and against Marco Polo Reyes, who he knocked out in the early second round, which is impressive as fuck because Polo Reyes is a tough out. Christos Giagos, the Spartan dude. This is his third UFC appearance. His last fight was against Mizuto Hirota, and he went to decision. Before that, he was RNC'd by Charles Oliveira. No shame in that. That guy is good at that. I'm leaning towards the Bosnian bomber, Damir Hadžević. I don't know. I don't know if this goes to decision. Has Giagos been knocked out? He's been submitted. Yeah, he has been knocked out. We got knocked out by Josh Emmett. Jesus. In a West Coast Fight Club back in 2016, though. Got submitted by, okay. He's fought some recognizable names.
Jesus, he's been fighting names for a long fucking time. I forgot this is his second run in the UFC.
Oh, that explains a lot. Damir, this could be closer than I thought. I don't know. I'm still going Damir. I think this goes decision. This Christos guy seems pretty fucking tough. I think this could be an underrated fight that we don't see. Or we don't
I think this is
anticipate.
one of the better matchups on the card.
But yeah, I'm going with the Bosnian dude via decision. And I know most of my predictions are decisions, but it's usually when it's a close match because I feel like that's fair. If it's a close matchup, then yeah, it's probably a decision. But anything can happen. Pretty intrigued though either way by the matchup. What do you think? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm leaning the same way. I'm leaning Damir by decision, mostly because if your two losses since 2015 are Alan Patrick and Mirbek Taisimov, that's fucking very legit, especially when you have wins over Marcin Held, where he landed that crazy fucking knee that flatlined Marcin Held after losing 2 rounds. And then he has wins over Nick Hein and Polo Reyes, who Polo Reyes has been looking a little shop-worn lately, which you can't blame him for after some of the fucking wars that dude's been in. And I just, it's, again, I gotta go. If you, I think dude's just gonna be able to outwork Giagos over the long run and probably outgrapple him. If you look at Giagos' wins, they're not over the most elite grapplers, and I think Damir's probably gonna be able to mix it up enough between striking and grappling to give him some trouble in the long run.
Yeah, I can see that as well. For those curious about the odds, this thing keeps fucking refreshing itself for some reason. Damir is a favorite at minus 164 to a plus 145.
Yeah. For
Giagos. This next fight I'm interested in mainly because of the weigh-in. And according to Akhman Amirkhani, Fishgold has been talking a lot of shit that's untrue. I don't know. I don't care. That's just them just talking shit online. That's just usually how that shit's like that unfolds and starts.
Mr. Finland talks a lot too. Look at his fucking Tapology picture.
Yeah, based on his
up this week.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we've mentioned it before. It's I would say it's fun. It's more interesting or anything. And I think we mentioned this before. It looks like it's the same woman photoshopped at different angles.
Yeah, or like,
right? Or am I just being an asshole? Do you know what I'm saying? That like you look at the woman on his right, and then immediately on his left, his arm looks like they could be identical sisters. It's very confusing what's going on.
Yeah, they actually look like Mel Lamprey and her sister. Shouts out to Zayn's wife.
Yeah. Very charismatic is Amir Khani. I saw his interview at MMA Fighting. He last fought Jason Knight, went to a split decision. For that, he lost split decision to Arnold Allen. He has a number of submission victories. He's going up against Chris Fishgold, who I believe is a grappler. I know I saw this guy fight. I know he impressed the fuck out of me. Oh, yeah, he rear naked choked Daniel Tamer.
Yeah, he looked really good. He also had that loss to Calvin Kattar, but that was a rough. I mean, that's a tough fight. And then he had the rear.
Kattar's a good boxer.
Yeah, and he had the rear naked choke over Jacobson in Cage Warriors, which is where his Cage Warriors run is where I first picked up on him. And I don't feel like people, I don't know why, but people tend to talk about him like he's a striker. I don't know if it's just because he's British or what, but dude is straight up a grappler, and he's a pretty solid wrestler. And I feel like that's going to give Makwan Amirkhani some fucking problems. Because Makwan Amirkhani is
I'm definitely.
He hasn't really faced wrestlers in the UFC, or not at least not.
No, I was gonna say I'm definitely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. I'm going to Fishgold for sure. I think I picked him up in fantasy too as like a flex play.
Smart flex, dude. Because either he wins
I think
early by sub, or it's a loss by decision late. Worst case.
Yeah, no, I don't see Amirkhani subbing him. Is it possible? Sure, but we've always it's not always, but like we've seen quite a bit, wrestling is really bad for jiu-jitsu guys. Yeah, so I got to go with the wrestler here in this one. I'm going with Fishgold.
Yeah.
Amirkhani, I don't know how it's going to end up. Like I said, decision, but you know what? I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna go TKO ground and pound, third round, something crazy. He's gonna pull some I think he's gonna pull a short elbow and cut him open or some shit like that. You know, he'll have full mount. He'll slice him.
Wow, that is very specific, but I like it.
Yeah,
I'm taking Fishgold via sub in the. I'll say first.
Okay.
Mostly just because too. I think Amirkhani's gonna have trouble not getting put on his back against the cage in the clinch, and from there, Fishgold is very good at just walking dudes down, catching the trip, getting the back, and giving them fucking problems there. He will just sit down on punches and slug it out with dudes a little bit. Which I feel Fishgold's enough of a grappler, and he has a very solid chin to where even the second he gets clipped or the second he might have trouble, he's just going to cause on the cage. Yeah, Fishgold's probably rear naked.
I like that call. The odds, of course, for those curious, unofficially brought to you by BetDSI. Not that we have to say that every time, but it's kind of fun. Whoa, where is? Oh, wow. Okay, the odds are up here. Okay. Amirkhani is a -110, slight favorite to -102 with Fishgold, which is, interesting.
I've heard over the week a lot of people be very high on Amirkhani. I get it. He's great, but he's not super active, and I don't know. I guess Fishgold also though has faced a decent amount of adversity in his fights, even the ones he's won. So could go either way, but I always lean wrestler in these types of situations.
So this next fight has me very excited. We have a light heavyweight bout between the man Jimmy Manuwa, whom, let's be honest, really should have been headlining the Sacramento card because he's Sacramento's own. Dana White fucked up on this one. Yeah, I'm a lion, one punch, right? Why do you think I'm here? You know, whatever you want.
For the record, I picked him at 231. Like on the record.
Hold on, you cut out for a second. You said for the record, I expect him, and then
the record I picked at UFC 231. Didn't
Fuck,
go.
now I can't.
I still picked him. Oh no, wait, I didn't. No, I didn't. I picked Thiago Santos. I just lied a whole bunch. I picked him in Fight Night 120.
I can't remember who I picked in that one as well, but I think I picked Santos too. Can you still hear me, by the way? I was kind of hearing some chopping.
Yeah, you're good. I think you're just chopping on your side.
Okay, I think we're good now. Sorry about that. Okay, so he's going up against Alexander Rakic, who's from Austria, Vienna specifically. This guy looks pretty insane. He's 11-1. His only loss professionally was like 8 years ago. It didn't even say why. So I don't know. This guy has quite a few knockouts himself. A lot of these just say win.
I mean, they are some very regional cards. Like literally, one's called Austria Regional or Vendetta Austria.
So part of me really wants to go on this
Fight challenge. That sounds like a terrible free-to-play game.
Yeah. Part of me wants to go on the hype train. That's Rakic, but I think I'm gonna go with Manawa here. I know Manawa's on a 3-fight skid. I think there's just too much danger in front of Rakic as far as someone who's willing to trade with him. Literally, like look at what Manawa was willing to do with Santos. Not that was ill advised. In the end, he did rock Santos at one point.
That fight was awesome.
Yeah, no, I'm going with Manawa here via knockout. I think he's gonna get it in the second round. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, first round knockouts. We did the end of the first round. I think Rakic will look okay at first. He'll clip Manawa for sure. Yeah, I think this fight would just be one of those kind of just stand and bang right off the bat. Manawa needs a big knockout win to get back in the mix. I know he's 39, so I don't know if he thinks he has what it takes to get a title shot at this point in his career. I think he just wants to get some wins. If he gets a win against someone like Rakic, who's very, very highly touted, at least from what I was hearing from some of the other podcasts, and for good reason, I think he's technically still a prospect if you think about it. But then again, it is light heavyweight. Look what happened to Johnny Walker, right? What happened to Dominic Reyes?
Right.
If Rakic wins, though, if Rakic gets a knockout, he's up there now, you know. And I hate to see Manawa essentially be like a gatekeeper or some sort of like stepping stool, because no one deserves really to be known as that. That's unfair to them, but it happens. But no, I'm sticking to my guns. I'm going Manawa knockout first round. Fuck it. I think it's going to be the veteran.
I'm feeling very similar in that I think this is definitely going to end in the first. However, I think I'm going to take Rakic. Just because of the wars Manawa has put himself in.
Yeah, his chin too.
Yeah, it makes me nervous. And Rakic has shown he has a chin by getting smashed in the face in his last fight and recovering enough to put out Devin Clark. Because
that's true.
He got dropped by Devin Clark in that fight. And he beat Justin Ledet, Justin Ledet is very, like, when Justin Ledet's on, he looks pretty good.
He's a professional boxer.
As soon as Rakic started leg kicking the shit out of him, he looked like he had nothing going. And I think that could end up being a big factor in this fight as well. Especially since
I think you're right.
Yeah. Jimmy Manawa doesn't have the wrestling threat to stop the leg kicks.
You're absolutely right. I really should pick no, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go Rakic. I don't want to just get I like Manawa, and
wow, you switching?
Well. Yeah, fuck it. It's just once you mention those leg kicks again, I'm like, fuck, that's a really good
especially
point.
The calf kicks that Rakic kept hitting on.
Yeah.
Fucking
he's just gonna do it on Manawa's. He's gonna just fuck up his front leg, and Manawa's gonna lose his power. I don't. Yeah, I'll go Rakic knockout first round. Fuck it, because I feel like it's ending in the first round either way. The odds on this. Yeah, here's the odds: -213 for Rakic to a +179 Manawa. So there you have that.
I think leg kicks is a big factor. The one thing to keep an eye on, though, is Rakic when he did get dropped by Devin Clark, Devin Clark stepped in and countered a leg kick, and that's where he dropped him. So, and Jimmy Manawa has crazy power. If Jimmy Manawa just decides fuck this leg kick and sits down on a punch and wings a three hook combo at him when he does it, he could easily take this fight. But I have trouble thinking he won't eat enough damage before then to get it off. So yeah, I'm taking Rakic probably late first, maybe early second, depending on how desperate Jimmy Manawa starts getting as his leg starts getting chewed up.
So this brings us to the main event of the evening. I'm going to let you do this only because I barely saw Anthony Smith's fight against John Jones, except for that really bad illegal knee.
Right.
And yeah, both these guys, Gustafsson and Smith, are coming off losses to Jones.
Yeah, I feel like
I'll let you take this away. I already have my pick already.
Yeah, for this one, comparing fights against Jones, I feel like does nothing for actually what this fight will look like.
You're absolutely right. Yeah,
like John Jones just makes people look bad always.
Yeah.
Even when he like faces adversity, he still doesn't make people look good. So I don't know. So my thoughts with Gus and with Anthony Smith, I don't know where they're both at in their career at this point. Because I've heard a lot of people talking about how Gus may be on a downslide and Anthony Smith may be on an uptick, but Anthony Smith, I believe, here, let me double check while I say this. Gus is 32. Anthony Smith is 30, but Anthony Smith has been fighting since 2007. Gus has been fighting since 2007. So like, and Anthony Smith has a shitload more fights than he does. So I'm hesitant when people are quick to say that Gus has fallen off a cliff and Anthony Smith is on an uptick, just because Anthony Smith's been through some fucking wars, and while he's looked great lately, the only time Gus has really looked bad is the one time we've seen him recently, which is against John. So I feel like it's very tough.
I think they're both pretty much even setting right now as far as their point in their careers. I'm going Gus because it's in Sweden. The last time I saw him in Sweden, look what he did to Glover Teixeira.
Not saying you remember the time before that in Sweden?
Oh, I know. To Rumble, right? Was that the one before that, or is that the?
Yeah, it was Rumble.
No.
It
was Rumble. Yeah. Oh, I know. And, anyone can get caught. I think I don't know if it was heavy hands or I think it might have been heavy hands. I think Phil just doesn't trust Smith yet, nor does Connor. They're like, we still haven't seen Anthony Smith really, really definitively beat like a contender guy. Like,
right.
And I respect that.
Is like outside of Volkan Ozdemir, Smith has beat a lot of dudes who are on the edge of retiring or retired.
Yeah.
Like Hector Lombard, Rashad Evans, Mauricio Shogun, who the Volkan Ozdemir one was impressive, but Volkan Ozdemir has also turned around his game a lot since then.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, is not fighting fucking Ilir the Bricklayer Latifi on this card, which I was so hyped for that shit.
I was looking forward to that a lot.
But yeah, that's the real question here is like, has Anthony Smith's game evolved enough to handle a dude with as many tools as Alexander Gustafsson, especially in his backyard, especially after Smith came off a very quick turnaround? So you say
I'm going to Gus. This is going to be actually a very good fight. It's going to be a very close fight. People aren't expecting. It's going to be a 5-round war with Gus winning. I think Smith will look good early. I think Gus's boxing is just going to be too strong, and he's just going to piece up Smith for most of it with Smith kind of advancing forward, maybe catching him with some body shots and just kind of for some looping crazy shit. Not saying he's going to be desperate, but I really see kind of Gus just taking control most of the fight and not trying anything too drastic. And just getting in Smith's face,
I'm
staying at distance.
Yeah, I like that pick a lot. The only thing that makes me a little hesitant is Gus has fought once since 2016, and that was Glover Teixeira. Or no, sorry, twice. But that's Glover Teixeira and John Jones. He only really fights once a year. And the fact that he's coming off an injury and had a shorter turnaround than he normally does is kind of weird. So I'm not ultra confident in the pick. I honestly, this is real coin flippy for me. For me, that comes down to who do I think is going to surge late, because I think it's going to go late. And Gus has never had a problem turning up the heat as the fight goes on. Anthony Smith generally looks better as the fight goes on, but he's not known for rallying in the fourth or fifth. He's more known for rallying late second or in the third. And I wonder if that's going to end up being the deciding factor in this fight. Is if Anthony Smith comes back hard in the third and he doesn't get a finish, does Alexander Gustafsson then fuck him up for the next 2 rounds?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's probably the way I should lean in this. Going into this week, I was really leaning towards Anthony Smith. Gus actually even sounded a little bit sick when he was like it sounded like he had a cough and some sniffles on when he did an interview with John Morgan. But it's hard to tell how much of that is like actually a thing, or if he would like, you don't know what situation he's in. Did he just get done training?
Could have had allergies or some shit. Yeah, because he did make weight. So
you know, so you don't really know. And with Anthony Smith, that quick turnaround is the one thing that I'm worried about. And he said on his interview with John Morgan that John played on the MMA Roadshow, he did mention like, yeah, it's quick turnaround, but it's because I can't get the fucking bad taste of the John Jones fight out of my mouth.
That's what he said to Luke Thomas too.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, I want to take time off, but I'm still fucking angry and have that fire from the last fight that I never got rid of, which makes him very like that is exactly the Anthony Smith that fucked up dudes like Rashad and Shogun and Vulcan. Is the dude who's hungry as fuck and just trying to get up the ladder. Oh yeah, oh god, am I gonna pick Anthony Smith again? Even after the last fight?
We could go based on Smith, based on that, and based on the fact that Gus said he might hang it up if he loses. So is he kind of going to this saying like "fuck this," whatever? Or I mean, I don't know.
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna take Smith by decision.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I have him in fantasy too against you in the playoffs. So if Smith wins, I pull pretty close to you, but I don't know who you have on this card. So I should be picking him, but.
I've been crushing that
because it's basically me versus you right now for the first place finish.
Yeah, for the MMA Community League, right?
Yeah.
We are fucking,
which is fun because I'd rather have it that way.
We're that means that one of us retained the lineal championship because I currently have the UG lineal championship of Magwar, and you have the MMA community. So I could become champ of fantasy MMA.
Yeah,
I'm definitely not winning our paid league. Your boy Jake is fucking bad.
Oh, dude, I'm in like third to last. Like,
I was like
curly headed fuck. Is just everything just went wrong. Like
I was like second or third, I think, but I'm up. I used all of my contract slots almost. So mine
are all gone. Yeah. Oh, and I had Ilir Latifi even, and I was like, oh wait, nope, no, I don't even think I plugged anyone in. I was like, there's no one left. Like everyone's.
Speaking of which, we need to get Jake to Venmo Lawfitz.
I Venmoed Lawfitz, but it says he hasn't accepted it yet, so I don't know.
So he just got it. He had to confirm some shit. This is all off-air talk, but me and him had to talk about it. Yeah, Venmo is a thing, but. Shouts out to Lawfitz, by the way, and magwar.com.
Yeah, shouts out.
That is great. We're big fans of Magwar. Actually, if you guys look in the link in the description for this episode, we have a banner for Magwar. Just click on that. You can set up a league. And one of the dudes who runs it, Lawfitz, Jamal, is a fucking sweetheart and super cool dude. And it's just fun as hell. It's basically just straight up league fantasy style. You probably can describe this better than me. Because I don't actually do fantasy.
I mean, if you play fantasy football, it's any fantasy sports in general. It's pretty damn similar. This one's more or less you have your contracted fighters for an event, whether it's a fight night or an upcoming pay-per-view. Essentially, the guys you want as your contracted fighters are ones you're most confident that could win via finish. Decision wins are nice, but you want finishers on your contract so they get you in at your most points. The higher up they are on the card, the more points you get. If it's a championship fight, and say the champion wins in the first round, that's a fuckload of points. And then you have a weekly flex play you can plug in. Usually you plug in guys in the prelims. You could plug in a main event guy too, but you better hope he gets like a finish or a win. So it's like that. There's trades involved. There's waivers. That thing. No one ever trades. I don't think I've ever seen a trade.
I've seen like
I think I traded you a fighter once. Yeah.
See, that's the thing is it can get very sketchy when like you and me. That's why I don't do it. Is because you and me.
Yeah, because you don't want someone to yell collusion or some shit. Yeah.
But the nice thing about trades is everybody else has to vote on them. So.
Yeah.
So that way it keeps it from it being straight collusion. But yeah, check out magwar.com. Lawfitz is the man. But yeah, this should be a fun card overall. I think I love that it's a morning card. I'm a big fan of the morning cards. I think they are way more fun. Maybe because I'm less hammered during them slightly. But it should be a fun one tomorrow. And then tomorrow night there's Ryzen 16. So that should be pretty dope as well. It's not like one of the crazy stacked Ryzen cards. It's one of their lighter cards for the year. I think Kana Asakura is fighting. I know Jinyu Frey is fighting on that card. There's a couple other names here and there. Tension has a kickboxing fight on it. So should be fun for sure. And then today, actually, before we recorded, dude, everybody complains about there's no content on Fight Pass. Just today, if you at all care about regional MMA, they had Cage Warriors 105, CES 56, and Ring of Combat 68, which are all very solid regional promotions. And CES and Ring of Combat are for Fight Pass. So pretty excited about that. Also today was Combate 38 on DAZN and LFA 68 on Access TV, which have, from what I've heard, have all been fantastic. I haven't had a chance to catch any of them yet, but ton of MMA content this week. And then next week, Chris, we got UFC 238, which should be dope as hell.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's a really good card.
It's fucking stacked, dude. There are so many. And I think Bellator or PFL might be back next week.
Okay. Cool.
So should be fun.
Yeah, I got to get going. I don't want to be a dick, but that's it for me.
That's right. You're gonna go check out Slaughter and the boys.
Slaughter boys. Yeah, I'm gonna take some photos from. I don't have to, but I just like doing that. It's always fun. So
sweet. Well, check that out. What's your Instagram where people can go see that?
So it's Christopher.James and then .photography. That's it. So pretty easy to remember.
Yeah, so go check out some pics. You guys can also find Slaughter Boys on Spotify, I'm pretty sure. The homie.
Yep, they're on Spotify. Also, it's just spelled just like how it is. So
yeah. Also, shouts to his brother Gilbert, who we mentioned, who painted the Smith painting behind me. You can always hit us up on Twitter, TSOV Pod. Let us know what MMA podcasts we're sleeping on and what shows we should have checked out that we didn't. Or if you have a show, let us know. We'll give it a listen. I have a whole backlog of stuff like cage-free chicks and all kinds of stuff we need to get to. So, website, thesoundofviolence.com. And as we always, link in the description for every show we talked about. So till next week, everybody, go do something decadent. We out. Leave.